Friends, it was, in a word, perfect for the Edmonton Oilers tonight to do history twice over. The longest road winning streak in franchise history, and oh, by the way, the longest winning streak in Canadian NHL hockey team history. So, a fantastic effort from the Edmonton Oilers. Again, one we've become accustomed to over the past 6 games, in which they stick with it, keep working for a full 60 minutes, limit the chances we're bleeding against, and allow Stuart Skinner to just make save after save after save. Now, you see the title of tonight's video, and you sit here and say, Tyson, you're upset that they went out there and just didn't fight or hit or much or anything of that? Well, there was some chippiness to the game. There was a goalie interference that was kind of an extra shot at the Calgary Flames there. There was some questionable stuff that obviously the Flames threw our way and stuff. But end of the day, is that title for the video tonight is not aimed at a poor performance in the physicality department from both teams. It's not aimed at anything other than looking at the other side of the Battle of Alberta. And I mean, I know I did a pretty good job there wrapping up how the game went in the stands post game over on the Oilers Fanatic after the win in the Scotiabank Saddledome tonight. Again, I'll echo those sentiments. It makes me dang proud as an Albertan to see how we all acted going up against each other all nights, but also coming to a good conclusion at the end of the night and being pretty dang respectful towards each other. It was a pretty good night. But obviously, I must say it was definitely one of those nights for the Calgary Flames where they wish they had a little bit more fire in their game, right? A little bit more fight, right? Whatever you want to say. I don't know what I'm trying to. I know what I'm trying to sit here and say, but I can't say that. It's 12:43 at night, and I'm a little riled up here. And I guess if you know where I'm going, I'm going. But it's Mackenzie Weegar saying it post game is there wasn't much battle tonight from the Calgary Flames, so it's tough for obviously the Battle of Alberta. It's tough for Oilers fans and Flames fans alike when the Battle of Alberta is not absolutely raging. And I will give credit where credit is due. The game was fun. The crowd was on fire all night long, but there was a lot of moments where it did get quiet. There's a lot of moments where it's like, like we're accustomed to something going on here. And all I'm sitting here, I'm not blaming either team for it, but it's interesting to see a key piece like Mackenzie Weegar, who scored tonight for the Flames, sit there and say, you know what, I wish we had a little bit more of the snot, a little bit more of the fire to our game, a little bit more of the fight to our game than we had. And that's where I've kind of been pointing out here the past few post games for the Edmonton Oilers, in which the Oilers haven't been pushed physically much by other teams on this 13-game win streak in my mind, right? No team's gone out there and beat us up. No team's gone out there and punished us. No team's really gone out there with the meaning to cause injury outside of the Yanni Gerd hit, which whatever you want to make of that, because if you're Seattle, you're saying the Beniers hit was worse. So, end of the day, it's really one of those situations where I thought personally the Flames were going to come out and with Klapka in the lineup, and obviously a team looking to really grab 2 points in regulation against the Edmonton Oilers, I thought they were going to come out desperate. I thought they were going to come out very loose and just absolutely on the body. And that wasn't necessarily the case. The Oilers really controlled sway there in the first period. Flames obviously gave us a good hockey game. That's by no means what I'm going to say that they gave us a terrible hockey game. The Oilers controlled the first. Obviously, the Flames had some moments, but the Oilers really did a good job actually coming out in the first period as opposed to the last two tonight, which was fantastic to see. And then obviously it was just one of those games. It was tight checking. It was very much so both goaltenders standing on their heads to give their teams a chance to win. It's as both teams said at the end of the game. One team saying pop a clutch about Sam Gagner, the other team saying a fluky bounce ends it for him. Well, you know what? It was that close all night long, but it's nice to see, right, what I was thinking pre-game and throughout the game of where is that from the Calgary Flames? Where is that we need this more than you? And Mackenzie Weegar acknowledging it in his post-game as well, saying there wasn't much, or there was not much of a battle from them that tonight. The quote loosely based. But you get it, right? It's just one of those things, right? I know make of what the modern NHL is and say what you will, but we know what the Battle of Alberta still in the year 2022, 2023, and 2024 is capable of. You watched what that series between Boston and Florida was last year, and I expected a little bit of that real heavy animosity throughout this hockey game, and we didn't get it, but that's fine. I'm not upset. I'm not angry at that at all because, like I said, in a word, it was a perfect night. The Oilers won, obviously number one. Hanging out with Patrick was fantastic, and number three, we made Canadian NHL history. You saw it in the short I posted post game. Witness Canadian NHL history. It's not every night, given what the Montreal Canadiens did and what the Edmonton Oilers did over the span of those early years of the NHL. It's not very often, as especially Edmonton Oilers fans, we get to witness our team do something that historic. The longest win streak by a Canadian NHL team all time. That's amazing. As well as the franchise records that have fallen in the past 3 games too. It's insane to think, right? So that's pretty powerful that we get to enjoy this. And obviously, I know there's a lot of comments lately sitting here. Well, you were dunking on this team when they were down 2-9-1, 5-12-1. Well, it's a long season. Trust me, I didn't just dunk on them and dip, right? So that's the beautiful part of enjoying this win streak now is I've been at the lowest lows and now we're at the highest highs and they keep getting on higher. Oh my goodness, let's go. So that's the amazing part of this. And I mean, to sit there and witness it with somebody that's kind of grown alongside me here the past 2 years, sitting here talking to you guys every day and obviously watching the game same as you, watching the same as me, and just being able to pick apart different things and sit here and talk about it all the same has just been fantastic. And it just keeps getting better as time goes on. There's a lot of dark years there as an Oilers fan, but you really have a sense after we pulled ourselves together there after being 5-12-1 this year that we're on to something finally. And hey, I'm not going to complain too much at all now. But like I said, it's just something I wanted to note here about the not much battle from the Flames tonight because it's something that I full well expected tonight. We didn't get the Flames. Mackenzie Weegar asked why didn't his teammates have that? Why didn't he have that? Why wasn't it there? And fair enough. So it's just something I wanted to point out as I get set to go off to bed tonight. But friends, I also want to say to those of you that I ended up being able to high five and fist bump and say hi to at the Scotiabank Saddle Dome tonight. That was the first for me. I've honestly never been able to chat with fellow Oilers fans from the YouTube space at the Saddle Dome, so that was pretty awesome to be able to do that. And to all those of you that just got home or driving home from Edmonton right now as you listen to me drone on about the game tonight, thanks for making the trip down. And of course, if you're from Southern Alberta as well, thanks for braving the elements and getting down to the Saddle Dome. But it was a great night to be an Oilers fan inside the Dome, and I look forward to one more time this season, hopefully, whether it be in Edmonton in February or what later this season at the Dome again, catching the Oilers and Flames do battle, maybe in the Heritage Classic jersey. And that, for those of you wondering what the blank space up on the wall is, those that catch the channel regularly would know the Heritage Classic jersey belongs there. So, friends, a perfect night, a perfect win in every sum of the word because of what it meant. I'm Tyson, this is Doll on your TV. Thanks for being aboard. I'm going to go catch some Z's because you saw me this morning. I was dead tired, and you see me, I'm struggling to keep my eyes open at current. You have a great night. Safe travels if you're still on the highway back to Edmonton. Of course, we'll catch you tomorrow morning. I'm up on out of here.